Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Matt and welcome back to NFT Kings. In today's video, we're going to be talking about exactly what Decentraland is doing, including some awesome news about the current price. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily mana videos, and let's get right into it, folks. So if you guys haven't exactly seen what we are working with here on the day for Decentraland, guys, this is incredible stuff. So you guys can see over the past 24 hours, we have hit our new all-time high here at around 585. I mean, this is absolutely bonkers. Again, I know so many people out there were really rooting for mana, including myself, man. And after all this time, it is so nice to finally see it getting the recognition that it deserves. And of course, when we look at the 1 month, man, this is truly an amazing amount of growth that is sustainable, that is justified under current market conditions, and absolutely awesome to see. Market cap wise, we are at $9.5 billion, up 3.69% on the day, because over the past 24 hours, we did hit $5. But again, it looks like we are gearing back up to head into the high fives. I mean, man, this is basically what I predicted yesterday, which is crazy. But I said yesterday, I said, guys, I don't think it's really getting much below 490. I think 490 is going to be the sort of line of support. And it looks as if from yesterday up until now, the line of support was 480. So I was pretty close. So that's nice to see. And again, you guys can see in multiple instances, we have been pushing the 570s and the 580s. In terms of volume here, we are still up 23% at $9 billion over the past 24 hours, which is still ludicrous, because $9 billion in volume is more than so many other coins out there, but definitely more than many of these previous days. So again, you guys can see that on a lot of these previous dates, it wasn't even close to $9 billion. And this $9 billion doesn't look volatile. This $9 billion looks sustainable. It's definitely a different type of volume than a pump and dump, than something you would be wary of. This $9 billion is looking to be done pretty well here. So that's awesome to see. But you know what else is awesome to see, guys? Checking out Webull, top of the link down below in the description. If you guys want to get started over there, you guys get started trading stocks, crypto, all that good stuff. And if you guys use my link at the top of the description, you guys potentially get some free stock or some free crypto. So make sure to check it out with my link at the top of the description. Of course, I got a couple free things as well, and I always do appreciate it. So top of the link down below, guys. So when we take a look at our graph, again, there is really a lot to unpack here. But essentially what has led to this was the fact that we did have a very long ascending triangle that had really started all the way from around the 10th, 11th, up until now-ish. So you guys can see that we have this ascending triangle here, which is, of course, a sign of some bearish movement coming up, which is exactly what happened. We got very expected pullback, which you guys can see takes us from around 430 all the way down to 350-ish. And then after that, we just explode from there. So this is a very typical instance of just a typical pullback. This is a very good instance of an ascending triangle with some pullback after and a bullish movement coming out from it. So again, when you see the bottom going up and the top going up, of course, you're going to have some bearish movement after, but then after that bearish movement is over, like we saw in the instance of mana, it can be a rocket. So that is always nice to see. When we check the relative strength index, you guys know I always love to do here on the channel, you guys can see just about every time this pullback happens, we are a little bit overextended on the relative strength index. So again, you guys can see here is an example on the 13th. We're a little bit overextended and we head back down. Same thing here. We're a little bit overextended on the 19th. We head back down. But once we are considered oversold, once we have reached the bottom, below the bottom of the relative strength index, sitting here at around 28, that's considered to be oversold. And once we do that, you guys can see here, man, we're at 360, 370, nothing tragic, still a great price, but once we reach that spot, what you guys can see is, of course, the fact that we are headed in for a breakout, because this overselling typically reacts in a more kind of explosive way. And of course, you guys can see we have a very volatile run up from 28 on the relative strength index all the way to 67. So we almost completely max it out here. And that brings us to a little over $4. Then we have a tiny bit of pullback down to 390-ish, and then explosion all the way up to 550. 550. So again, crazy stuff. And that was yesterday. The 550 was from yesterday. And after that 550, we head back down to 470, 480-ish, which, I predicted 490 as the spot for pullback. So I was pretty close. And again, after that, we bounced back up into the 580s, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. So the question is, where do we go from here? Well, again, it looks as if we have reestablished support only this time at around 5. So again, it seems as if that bottom line of support wants to continue to increase. Of course, I don't think that'll keep happening forever. I'm sure we could have a red day in the overall market that could send us, into the 470s and 480s again. I definitely think we'll be seeing that price again. But in terms of current trends and where I see things going right now, I definitely could see us really consolidating somewhere between, maybe 490 and like 550 or 560. I think this is a very reasonable guess, staying somewhere, in the mid to low fives for the majority of these next coming days. I think this is a very conservative estimate that, probably would pan out. When we check the Fibonacci retracement, you guys know I also love to do. We are going to be given, the most recent data from the most recent run. So we have the bottom here at around 467, and then the top at around 5.89. So definitely a big range here, $4.60 and $5.89. And essentially what it is showing us is that after reaching this top, we fall down and we hit the 50% line. So we lose 50% of those gains made, unfortunately. But then after that, we head down even a little bit lower to the 78.6% line. So while we may have lost 78.6% of the gains made from here to here, we still are holding on to 23.6 or something like 22.4% of those gains. So 22.4% of everything that we've acquired from here to here has been retained, and that is why, again, you guys can see we are using this as a launch pad to bounce off of. Again, I really hope that we can stay above the 78.6% line, because that would mean that we've retained, at least some of the progress that we have made, at least, over 20% of those gains that we made, which would still be great on the day. Because remember, keeping 22.4% of your gains on a day full of gains is crazy, because again, it's not just the fact that, we hit 585. It's the fact that a couple of days ago we were at 360. So again, I'm trying to be, a little bit flexible with what we work with here, and I'm trying to be a little bit understanding if Decentraland doesn't, continue to explode like I'm wanting, because let's be honest, over the past week, it has been a really, really, really good week, and I do think that is not worth forgetting. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily Decentraland videos. I really do appreciate all the amazing support on the channel, guys. It is absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much. My name is Matt. See you all on the next one. Peace.